What's going on, guys? Gary here with RAS Group, back with another video. Doing it in the garage again. I actually tried to film this video earlier in my gun room. However, I was using my Canon, and for whatever reason, I couldn't get the camera to focus as I was going over things. So to the good old trusty iPhone it is. Sorry, guys. It's like 30 degrees out, so I'm a little chilly, and I decided just to throw on my sweatpants and my Crocs, and we're just getting after it, you know? So let's go over this is my patrol vest. That's what we're talking about today. I guess we'll start weak side and work our way around. This is how I actually wear it at work, minus the taser that gets shared between me and my car partners. So I don't have my taser right now, but I'll tell you where it goes. So first, over here, I am running the Faro Concepts Wingman kind of expander wing set. I don't know if that's actually the correct title of what Faro Concepts calls it, but it's essentially what it is, right? So right here, as you can see behind my the front of my cummerbund attachment, you can see my radio coming up. So I will flip this around real quick and show you exactly how I have it mounted up. All right, so as you can see, I have my Faro Concepts expander wing in here, the Wingman V2, I think it might be, but it fits my Motorola radio perfectly fine. I was a little concerned when I first got it, it wouldn't fit, but they are elastic, they do stretch, and it's worked so far, no problems whatsoever. I do appreciate that the Faro Concepts Wingman comes with the S&S Precision pull tabs. And you install them yourselves, so you can size it to whatever you need it to size, which worked out great for me because I'm using both sides of it for two completely different reasons. But I really enjoy keeping my radio in this place. I might be trying to move all of my radios and all my personal kits to a similar location because it's out of the way. I'm not worried about somebody grabbing it. I'm not worried about somebody being able to accidentally knock my controls if I happen to be rolling around with someone. And it's using dead space in the carrier that usually there's kind of like a natural gap on the side of you. And it doesn't poke into me. It doesn't cause me discomfort. I'm a big fan. So being that I moved my radio into here, I could have done probably something a little bit more complex with the comms to route my extra cordage. I didn't. I just took some 1-wrap Velcro and tacked it to the inside of the carrier because it is kind of like a hook and loop material. And that's been holding up just fine. So, and while we're looking at the back here, I'll just show you this. I'm using the other side as kind of a trauma kit. So I have a set of chest seals, I have 2 combat gauzes, and a cat tourniquet all stuffed into this Wingman pouch on my opposite side. I can get to it with either hand, and it keeps the contents protected. It keeps it close to me. I'm not worried about losing it should, you know, I get into a scuffle. It's on the inside of my carrier, which offers a little bit of, you know, security in itself. So really big fan of that. I really like this product from Faro. I'm not a Faro fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but this product particularly big fan of. So let's flip it back around. All right, so because I have that radio on the inside and I purposefully played with the spacing of it so that I was able to mount my antenna up through the shoulder loop. That way the antenna stays secure to me. I do notice I get a little bit more like interference having it that close to my body, but it's not a grabbable snag hazard should, you know, I be interacting with somebody in that, you know, combative capacity. So the other part of my radio is my mic. I really want to get an earpiece. I've tried a couple cheap ones. It looks like the in-ear ones are kind of the way to go. Probably be picking up one of those in the future, but I have this kind of center mounted next to my body camera so I can actuate it with either hand, and it is held down to the vest underneath my Velcro badge field with a First Spear communications cable router, which is just a little tab with a piece of elastic, this thing right here, and then a Mike Loop XL. Underneath that, I have a pair of Leatherman Raptor shears. Huge fan of Leatherman, huge fan of the Raptor shears. I have used them at work, both for rendering aid to trauma victims at car accidents and also to break windows for uncooperative people. They're just an all-around great tool. You can pick up those at Brownells right now, I believe for like 70 or 80 bucks, but you could also use code BOP10 at checkout and save yourself some money. So there's my shameless Brownells plug for the video. This is where I keep my taser, right here. I keep it underneath the shock cord retention. I don't even know how much more I can say about shock cord, but just underneath this little shock cord retainer. And I found it keeps it secure. I'm not worried about losing it, but it's also quickly accessible should I need it. So, and there's also this little pouch on the outside on either side. I don't put anything in either of them right now. I have this Warm and Fuzzy mini gypsy patch I've been running at work for a while now. Nobody seemed to notice it. I think it's one, awesome, and both funny, so I'm gonna keep it. Axon body camera and a 09 holsters mount, mounted up with some malice clips. So far with this style of vest, and this is a point blank like ODC or QDC or something like that, but with this style of vest and the options it offers with not a ton of modularity, that is the best mounting solution I found for a body camera, at least on this. Underneath here is my little miscellaneous admin pouch, just a notebook. This is the Thief supply, or Thief notebook he did with the 12 edition. So I keep that in there with a big pen. I don't use nice pens at work because people steal my shit. And sometimes the people you give pens to use, you don't really want that pen back after they touched it. So it is what it is. Under here, also keep nothing in this front pouch, but in the rear I keep a 30 round PMag. Between that and my belt, I always have 50 spare rounds of rifle ammunition on my person. I'd like to think I would have time to grab my active shooter kit or even grab the additional spare mag in the car. However, you know, sometimes shit happens, so I'm trying to get ahead of it, plan accordingly. Up here, I stashed my handcuff key in this like little dead space right here. And that's about it, guys. I don't keep a ton of shit on my work carrier. There's a happy medium of being prepared and having the stuff you need. But I'm also wearing a duty belt. I have all of my other tools on there. I'm in a car where I bring a large duty bag to work. We'll be talking about the duty bag in a future video. That way it kind of rounds out my patrol loadout in a way. But overall, nothing too crazy. I try to put a lot of thought into it though. You know, finding that happy medium of prepared, yet I don't have a ton of extra shit on me that I'm never gonna use. So if you guys are in law enforcement and you appreciate this kind of content, by all means drop a comment. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, other topics you'd like to hear. I work in law enforcement in New York, so take that with a grain of salt. If you're somewhere else, gear setups probably help you out. Law advice, probably not gonna work. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay trained, stay rad. I'll be back with the next one.